Hello everybody, my name is Bigpot and today we're doing another stream on Fedora Silverblue. This time I'm gonna try and make our Fedora Silverblue image actually be a thing. Not like last time when we failed hard. This time we're gonna do it right. And actually do it the way so that I can have it be an actual image I can use on my laptop and maybe in future on my desktop. For those of you who are just joining me and might be surprised when you see me use terminal, not Linux, not of Linux type, I'm streaming from my desktop, which uses, well, let's call it non-Linux operating system, as I do a lot of gaming on it as well. So, yeah. And if you have any questions, any comments, or if you just want to say hi in the chat, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. And if you like the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, chat. That kind of engagement always makes these live streams more fun, more interesting, and, well, more engaging. So, sorry, somebody forgot to put their phone on mute. So they got a note that they are streaming. Hey, user with name. And I'm just sorting last few bits so that everything goes as great. There. Last bit here. I think I'm all sorted. So again, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. It's right there waiting for you to chat and for me to read and respond. So let's begin, shall we? Now, this is my VM of Fedora Silverblue. I am using currently, and we're gonna be using it as our base system in which we will work. But doesn't mean we're gonna be modifying it. We're gonna be modifying a file. Specifically, we're gonna be modifying a file we're gonna find in a repository I'm gonna showcase right now. And hello, sorry if I'm gonna butcher your name, Ovodra. And hello, Darth Vader. Hopefully, I didn't butcher your name too much. Now, before we actually begin with our hacking inside the VM, we're gonna first need to do a bit of work on GitHub. So let's plop in our GitHub browser, or more specifically in this case, it's a Microsoft Edge. And there it is. Microsoft Edge and has GitHub open. So what we have in front of us is a page for Universal Blue or UBlue, which you can buy page for it at ublue.it. For some reason, it's UBlue it. Well, and we're gonna be forking one of their repositories. I still haven't decided between this Ubuntu repository and this base repository. Ovodro, again, sorry if I butcher your name. Yeah, I tried to make a custom ISO in the past as well, and it didn't go well. But this isn't actually making an ISO. This is making a Docker image or container OCI compliant container image. That I know how to do. And I know how to do really well. It's my job. So let's look at the two repositories we're looking at mainly. So first one being the UBlue OS Ubuntu. It's a very much opinionated container file for fedora silverblue with very much specific settings that they decided. On the other hand, we have UBlue OS base, which is a template, but is far less opinionated. And it's made just as a base which all UBlue images are based upon. So my plan is we're gonna be using this one. So let's run it first to see what it does. So we're gonna need this. I'm gonna drop it back on the side monitor where you can see it, and I'm gonna type the instructions in here. Sudo rpm os3 rebase os3 and verified registry colon ghcr.io/ublue os/ubuntu latest, and we're gonna run it. Of course, our sudo password. Oh, yeah. What did I forget to do? No, Ovodro, no, I'm not a maintainer. It is a public project. I'm just borrowing their work. It is mainly maintained by George Castro and a couple other people. And you can check out, they have a Discord you can join. More information on the https://ublueit or ublue.it, and they have all information needed to join their Discord and to use their stuff. Of course, I already blew it. What did I do wrong? Oh, yeah. One Y too much. And I need an experimental flag. And now it will pull down the container. So, somebody should have mentioned to me that I'm not showing you the content of my VM. So this is the command: sudo rpm os3 rebase os3 unverified registry. I had one Y too many, so I had two, and There is George Castor in the chat, the creator of UBlue. So now I should probably sit a lot straighter. Now we're gonna press enter again, and it will run. And fingers crossed it won't crash the whole VM, because otherwise you're not gonna be watching me tinker with the image, but reinstalling the operating system. Of course, I have all the faith in George Castro and the team at the UBlue project. I don't have faith in this VM. I don't have the faith in any way in this VM. Last week we did some stuff with it, so and it wasn't reset at all. Okay. Again, if you have any questions in chat or any questions at all, please let me know in the chat and I'll answer them, or at least try to answer them, especially now that things are downloading and installing. So, or if you have any comments, just opinions, let me know. In the meantime, we're gonna jump back to our browser here, our Microsoft Edge, and we're gonna go and we're gonna fork this thing by clicking here. And everything seems okay, so we're gonna click create fork. Now if it asks me for anything specific, I might need to dim the screen for a moment, but apparently not. And there it is. Now all I need to do is pull pull it down. So for that, I'm gonna need to put it into camera only mode for a moment. So no chat for a few seconds. And even camera only mode won't work for what I'm gonna be doing right now. So let's go with content only mode. That's a thing I'm supposed to have. Here we go. And I need to be able to pull the image, so that's the problem. And since I need to be able to pull the image, I need to be able to do it from the VM. So this, nope. Yeah. I'm gonna be clicking something right now. No, not that. I am trying to make it work. It doesn't like me. Okay. I think this is going to be for uh, I think this is gonna go okay for now, because we have changes to get running, and we need to queue. Since they're queued, we need to reboot. So reboot. Now, as you can see, it's Hyper-V Windows. And hello, the bot father. Hi. And it's booting up, and as you can see, it's Hyper-V, so it's Windows. Yes, I'm using Windows to stream on, and being a Linux user. Yeah, long time no talk. Yeah. How have you been? Now, password. 4 letters, you can guess what it is. And here everything is. This is the UBlue Ubuntu. Or that's the image they make that looks awfully like Ubuntu. with some of my gobbledygook are at the top, like alacrity. Oh, yep, there is a problem. I think there. Uh, uh, George Castra, is this supposed to happen? This is alacrity. Is this kind of a window decoration supposed to happen? I'm guessing no. Do I have anything? Oh, it is. Okay. Then okay. Ah, okay. So not a problem. Yeah, reason I have alacrity on here, it's very specific. It's so I have a terminal emulator that is completely separated from anything GNOME related. No, so even GNOME terminal, there is as minimal a connection between the two different terminal emulators, which is in this day hard to find. And as far as I know, Alacrity is one of those few examples. So that's why I choose, that's why I have Alacrity installed. Yeah, that's problem. So now we have that, we're going to pull our fork and hopefully it will go well, because hopefully I didn't mess up the config. So we're gonna do git pull https://github.com/bigpod98/ubuntu. Oh, what? Oh, not like, oh, I always make that stupid mistake. So now it's pulling things down. And now to destroy everything UBlue team did. So this has code, so code dot. Let's go and destroy everything they did. Yes, I trust myself. Okay. First off, we're gonna be reading this file a lot. So this is the file, our main file we care about. It's a container file. It's basically essentially the same as Docker file, just for Podman, because they don't like the word Docker. Everything needs to be not Docker, even though it's a Docker file. Uses the same syntax as a Docker file. So I don't like comments in my thing. Like that's, I just don't like them. I'm weird like that. Second, I am I won't be using black box. Um, I tried it on my laptop. I didn't like it. I have this exact UBlue Ubuntu on my laptop, except it's far older. I think it's from the back in the day. I probably should rebase on this, but I'm gonna rebase on this image we created today, and we're gonna create it today, maybe tomorrow my time, at the latest. Uh, so if you have any questions, comments, observations, opinions, please let me know. And yeah, this is gonna be GNOME, because for the machine I'm targeting this image at, I have really two requirements: Fedora Silverblue, and that it has a Wayland compatible thing. So Mate goes out of the window, sadly. So GNOME remains. And GNOME is the only thing I care about, really, because KDE, not gonna happen, not me. So the only thing that's worth looking at is GNOME. And there we go. That's my rationale for using GNOME. So I think all this is okay. So, what do we need to remove? I don't really care about kind. So kind can go away. This can stay. Now, here. I know we're gonna be removing, need to remove this. And we're gonna be adding more stuff. Like, what we're gonna be adding? Alacrity, for one. I have an idea. We're gonna go here. And we're gonna open another Visual Studio Code. And there is a file we should find. Open file. This stream build OCI. And we have everything we want to do right here. So we want a few stuff to be removed. So here, oh, first Flatpak, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. As I found out, Flatpak doesn't like to be in running containers. So yeah. Now I don't know if fish is in there, but I don't think it looks like it is. Yep. So fish goes here. Okay, then we're removing a bunch of stuff. I split this in two groups for whatever buggy reason. It was fairly buggy at the time. So two groups of two things I want to remove, two sets of things I want to remove. There. This is all I want to remove. And we're going to be installing some more stuff, I guess. I think so. Yep. And I think this too. Why do you hate it, Joshua? What's wrong? And this. Couldn't get file menu integration. What do you mean by that? Have you tried using for post boot? Have you tried using systemd user units? Oh, you want to do it by automatically? It should be there. Well, have you ever heard of doing things manually? Like you have a script that does things. All you need to do is run the right command. That's basically how. units work. They're basically just a script you run. Their definition for what script to run. That's what I plan to do if I want to automate something like that. So this will install a version from last week of code. I don't know if it's actually working. Yeah, service file, unit file, whatever you want to call it. Okay, what else do we need to install? I think they actually got everything. Although, there is a whole set of things I want to install still under the banner of QEMU sudo rpm os3 install EEMU. Let's see if this installs everything needed installed. Huh. I think it currently doesn't like that there is no package named Firefox for some reason. PM. Well, distro boxes aren't really for that, just installing software. You may need to run software in certain environments. Software may have certain expectations of environment. That's what distro box shines at, not just running a command and installing. That's not what it's meant to do. Hmm. I George Castro, I think I may have a bug for you. It is well then you've been told wrong. I don't know who built it as that. I sure know I didn't. RPM OS3 status dash V. Okay. Here we go. That's hopefully you can still see. I may have messed with Fedora in so it might actually be my fault. We were removing some stuff. Last week. So it might not actually be your bug. In the meantime, if you have any other questions or other uh, okay, so let's clear this misconception up. You shouldn't use RPMOS3 because, well, reality is you're going to be just layering things on top. You should be either building an image like this or using Flatpak, or in extreme cases, using DistroBox or Toolbox. It's essentially a tier thing. Don't go don't go don't go just it should be either RPM OS3 or DistroBox. It should be Flatpak first, DistroBox second, and as the last resort, go with RPM OS3. That's not the right way to do it. Yeah, I'll have some time on Monday, sure. So see them. We should talk then. Back to the topic of DistroBox. Uh, RPM OS 3 should only be used for very specific things. And if you have to torture your file system into doing something that, well, for those kind of things, you should probably do something in this case. And there, okay, so htop, iftop, iotop, those are the cases for RPM OS 3. Same with Vim, that might be the case for RPM OS 3. But that's, well, that's small amount. And even then, if it's a really small amount of things that should be in RPM OS 3. Example of things I put into RPM OS 3. I put virtualization stack, VS Code, a second terminal, and that's about it. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh yeah, tail scale has to be there, and WireGuard stuff, and that's basically it. Beyond extensions and stuff like that, that's all it is, because that's what you need and nothing else to be done on the root system. In my opinion, root system should be just the host for your desktop environment. Everything else should be done in separate namespaces, but that's the better way to do it. So each program has its own separate world. Yeah, as George said, if you need full root access or something to that effect, you should probably run a layered or privileged container. Example why I run VS Code as, or I like to run VS Code as a layered package. It probably is, you could easily run it 15 versions of it in each of my distro boxes, or I could run uh, uh run in a Flatpak. But there is a thing called remote. There are a set of remote extensions which work the best if you run from, at least from my experience, if you run them layered, if you run the Visual Studio Code layered. So what else are we going to need? Honestly, I'm gonna say right now, congrats to George and the team for making actually very much respectable image from the get-go. I don't need to do much to it. I need to torture it much to get what I want. I'll probably need to torture it a lot more in next coming weeks while I get it to be exactly what I want, like removing some stuff, adding some stuff. But for a first try, this is a good choice. They're probably gonna add a command system or like, there's actually a thing I'm gonna add. So one thing I do not see here, George, is how do you install Flatpaks like automatically on first boot? Is there like a file for that? Anywhere here, or do I need to make that work myself? Because I can make that work myself. I already thought of a system I could use. Okay. There's a lot of things you might need Toolbox or DistroBox for, especially if you're trying to do things that require some sort of full file system where in Silverblue on the main namespace you do not have that kind of access. And that's a good thing actually. Well, as someone who heavily criticizes NixOS, like really heavily criticizes NixOS for its lack of documentation. Yeah, uh, George, you're doing a great job with bringing Fedora Silverblue to the level for normal user. And again, with I am I heavily criticize NixOS. It isn't like it's a 5-year-old project. It's a 20-year-old project. Yet it has documentation that basically leads nowhere, contradicts itself, and points you to look at this repository, find an example in this giant repository, but doesn't tell you where to find the example. That was my experience creating a package for it. Language is atrocious. So yeah, I don't have much say good about NixOS or Nix in general. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate, but oh well. It's a it's not a great system in my opinion. It is a step in the right direction, but I think a Visual Studio Code, Fedora Silverblue does it better. And hello, Yannick. You just came in for the Nix rant. Okay, so George said that there is a script, but it is in base repo. Let's look at that base repo. I'm gonna have to find it here. Here we go. You should be able to see it. So my guess is where is this? Which one would that be here? I guess Etsy system this system. Nope. Not that. Scale auto start. UBlue first boot. So in user bin UBlue first boot. Um, and where is that file exactly? Oh, here it is. Yeah, found it. Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't have a problem, or more specifically, I think this is something I'm gonna make something different myself. Nothing bad to the UBlue team, but Bash isn't really my thing. So I can make Bash, but rather not. So I think I might make something myself, something a bit more me. And by bit more me, I mean bit more drank and not Bash, and probably worse because that's my style in general, making things worse by removing actually good stuff. Yeah, No, actually, it doesn't. Uh, Flatpak can be done with user, so it is installed for specific user or system wide, as far as I understand. George probably knows a lot more about Flatpak than I. I came to you. I seriously use it for last few months since around Fedora Silverblue. Yes, it would. I think. I think it does that actually. It asks you a couple of times to enter password, but okay. So what? You get a couple of interactions. That's it. Yay! So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna do something worse. By that I mean really bad. Let's find our VM, and we're gonna create a new file. Root of the project directory, and we're gonna name it install stuff dot something. Of course, the smart thing would be to actually run it as a bash script, since it is just executing commands. So okay, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it in jank way. My way. I'm gonna be going just literally I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna find this one. I'm gonna copy this, paste it here. Copy this, paste it here, and the other way around. And there it is. I have my own definition for Flatpak, so I think I can remove this now. I think UBlue should work its way through this. But what this will do, and this is the very bad thing it will do, it will basically just run two commands. I'm gonna add dash user here and dash user. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna essentially just run a script, and in the most bad way possible, just run it. So, but how I'm going to actually get it to run is here. I'm going to actually take their approach. I'm gonna put this to the side. I'm gonna see where they place it. Oh, they place it into auto start. Okay. Scale.dconfig auto start. Great. Hey, that's an idea. You know what I'm gonna do, because it's me and I'm an idiot. I'm gonna do this here. Copy. Of course, I need to add a if statement here. If, and that's why I wanted to do an actual language, because that's where how I am good at bash ends. I know how to do if statement, how to do an if statement that checks for a file, if file exists. But I wanna do a safeguard. So let's try something else. We have a install stuff.sh. Now we have another file called install.py. And let's be clear, I don't know Python much better than Bash shell, but I'm much easier at looking for stuff. At least know how to look for stuff for Python. So here we go. We're gonna import os.path from os import path, and we're gonna go if, and I'm gonna Google for how to do an if statement in Python. If, and then I'm gonna do path dot is file, and then slash, okay, this slash etc slash install dot lock. And now then we need an else condition. So if file exists, this is it. We get nothing. Let's get a print statement so that in the logs installed. Now on the second try, we're gonna have else. Oh yeah, colon here. Colon here. Not a human one, but yeah. We're gonna do a Python run bash script. And so we're gonna go, first we're gonna import a subprocess. I think that's the right way. Again, I'm just Googling things. Okay. Subprocess, then we're gonna go subprocess dot call, and the command is now hold on to your hats. Gnome terminal dash -e, and if I remember correctly, the correct syntax for this is because it's me, so it's not gonna be exactly correct. And I think this thing should be able to run a command. Like this. Yeah, like this. 2 dashes and then this, and we're gonna run. I'm gonna call slash user slash, or let's go with opt slash install stuff.sh, because it's me and I like to do things weird way. So now the container file. Copy. Install stuff.sh to slash opt. You put it slash opt, right? Slash install stuff.sh. It's for me, so yeah. And then, since we already have a file in place there, I will just steal the original file if I can find it. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be somewhere else. Yeah, I need to open up the right thing. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Or if you're just bored of your mind for how stupid I am, that's also an option. I would be as well. Moment, please. Okay. And we're back. So, I'm gonna go. Where is it? Thanks for being here, George. So we're gonna go into kl.d. Have a nice dinner. And new folder dot config, new folder auto start. That's the exact path they have. And I'm just gonna copy their file, which is and what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna steal what they have because, well, yeah, let's be honest, how the stuff is already copied from them. UBlue GitHub. Yes, I accept your licensure. I use Google. It's in the base. Do not be like me. Think of your own stuff. Don't just copy and paste everything you see and then change one little bit. So we go dot slash install. So we go Python 3 or Python slash opt slash install.py. That's where the install.py will go. Container file. We're gonna go to this because, well, it's me. Install.py. And we copy this. Put this here. And I think it's time to build a new terminal. And we go podman build dot. And in the meantime, while this builds, I'm gonna step away for a moment and take a drink. In the meantime, we can watch the build happen in full glory. Here we go. See you in a minute or two. Oh no! We have a broken thing. I guess it doesn't like me running things with Firefox because Firefox were already taken out. Great, thank you guys. You are the best for removing Firefox. Let's go again. In the meantime, I'm going to download a new fedora silverblue ISO. Since I previously deleted the old one, I need to download a new one. Download. And this. And I'm gonna actually create a new ISO or new VM for it. And we're going to try and install this image into that ISO. So I probably should prepare a, a repo for it. GitLab.repo.c. I'm gonna use my own repo for it. And we have a error. Okay. What did I do stupid? What did I do stupid? Wait, what? This shouldn't be this bad. What did I do stupid? I'm gonna do something different. Since they already have bin directory, I'm gonna user. I'm gonna create a new directory. I'm gonna user bin or user local, and then into it bin. And we're gonna copy this, point it to this, and here slash user slash local slash bin, and our shell will be also slash user slash local slash bin. And let's build again. Checking out sources. Okay. Oh yeah, these need to be there. Here we go. Save. Doesn't this have autosave on? There we go. Work. In the meantime, I should probably prepare everything for us to push images to. Okay, it's an image I'm gonna be using like this, so I can use public GitHub. See this. Let's go to where is it? GHCR here. I think all I need to do is do that. Oh, hello, Hibdat. Yeah, I left Ubuntu quite a while ago, actually. Been a couple of months since I've been using Fedora Silverblue. There is no reason exactly why I left. I just wanted to try something new, and Fedora Silverblue is probably the best Linux-based operating system currently, in my opinion, because of its immutable nature and the way you can build images with Docker. Oh, I I do stupid things all the time on my streams. Yes, but leaving Ubuntu, no, that's not one of them. I am not exactly sad about leaving Ubuntu. They haven't. If they don't have immutable immutable desktop image, oh well, I can't help them. Of course, it will be based on snaps and snaps only, so that would be a pain as well. Okay. So we have an image. Now we're gonna just tag it. So podman tag. Sorry. Now if I'm ghcr.io slash bigpod98 slash let's call this my I'll just go this. Okay. Now podman push ghcrio. Maybe it will work. I doubt it. Yep, I'm not logged in. Now, this will require a bit more on my face. So, I am so sorry I have to look at it. I know my mug ain't that pretty to look at, but better than gray wall, right? Uh, okay. I need token, of course. Generate a new token. There. And of course, where is it? Where is it? Boom. Generating a token. And oh, crapola. I just remembered something. Not good. Terminal. Yep, I cannot copy this token in. Come on. Huh. Okay. I guess. If you have any questions, comments, or otherwise want to contribute to the conversation, please do so in the chat. Okay. Now I'm gonna try pushing. Okay. Where's that button? Right here. Here we go. We're gonna push right now. Wow, this thing has a lot of blobs. And so this probably could use slimming down to a single layer. Honestly, it can be done, at least with Docker. I don't know with Podman, but there is an option to create a singular layer. Let's look into that after we build this. Uh, it's uh, it's actually an image for a desktop operating system, and for Fedora Silverblue specifically, this is this is an image that I'm going to put instead of Fedora Silverblue once Fedora Silverblue is installed, instead of their own image. It's kind of awesome. Now I'm gonna, in the background, I'm gonna quickly create another VM, one that we can use to install our OCI container into. Um, Here we go. UFI based, less than 8 gigabytes with internet connection. Click hard drive. I have an installation ISO here. We finish. Now our image has been pushed. So now I'm gonna just start our next VM and prime it for installation. Settings. I need to disable secure boot, at least in a very specific setting of secure boot. It needs to use the right database. So we're gonna use UFI certificate authority and start. There we go. Now back to my face for a moment. While I full screen this. And okay. Sorry for that. And now that my face no longer needs to be on full display, you can breathe a sigh of relief. And we are back in installation. Continue. We're gonna set a keyboard to be a same layout. Click done. We go back and install. Just a simple installation. Then you will see how I will execute a single command and transform our install either to a fully featured Fedora Silverblue with with UBlue OS and my changes on top, or into a broken heap. I am a bit sleepy right now, so I may need a minute So, in the meantime, have fun watching the installation happen. While I take a minute to just open a window and let some fresh air in. It's still writing object as it seems. So let's wait for it to stop writing objects and actually finish them writing them objects. This is the hardest part of installing an operating system is waiting for it to install and watched kettle never boils, as the saying goes. Really, that's nice for you, I guess. I I don't use GIMP. I find it not a useful tool. I was checking if I possibly put the image or the disk into the wrong drive, which could be too full, but I didn't apparently. I had to figure out why that drive is super full, which my guess is thanks to Docker. No, I need a new. I need new SSDs, like bigger ones. Or what would be even better is I need to rebuild my storage from scratch, as it's 3 separate partitions. Uh, each of them smaller than the other, altogether totaling a terabyte of storage on an SSD. I should probably put them together into a single partition. Then maybe things won't get, the C drive won't get full so often. And I found a culprit. It's the WSL system that has all my Docker images in. So rebooting this system. I was doing some testing, so I have like crap ton of images right now. Like over 100 gigabytes of pure images. It's not good. Prune-af image prune-af. Okay. Well, I don't have that much storage on my main drive now. This is a bug. I think I'm gonna need to reset the VM. Turn off. Turn on. And there we go. We boot into that. I probably need, I just need to get another 2 terabytes of SSD and I'll be golden. So a single SSD, but I just don't want to open up my desktop. I'm probably gonna start using my laptop or one of my servers as build machine. Yeah, Joshua. Problem is this is a cobbled up drive. I never actually formatted it fully since I built the machine. I just went, when I built a Ubuntu, first it was Ubuntu, then I carved up a partition for Windows to play one game. Then I took that Ubuntu partition and changed it into a NixOS partition, but in the meantime made it smaller. Then I went, and that smaller part I used as a storage for another game on Windows. And then I took that rest of the drive, that NixOS partition, and just formatted it, and now I store files there for Windows. That's how bad it is. So I probably just need to reinstall things. I will need to take a couple of hours one day. That's not the problem. Problem is that each of the partitions is big enough, but small enough as well. I have about 140 gigabytes of space on my C drive. Problem is, one day of Docker building is making that drive full. And since I'm using WSL, the standard location for the image is on the C drive. There you go. Full drive. Oh, wow. I'm gonna just need to not compress, compact that image later today. Again, after actually deleting all the data from it. I probably should just move that image to the secondary drive, which has a whole lot more, aka 160 gigs free. Yeah, I don't. You can't install WSL on a separate drive, but I can take the WSL images and put them on a separate drive. The images itself can be put on a separate drive. It's just a hassle to do so. I have to run a couple of commands to do it. You have to you install the WSL distro, then you export it, place it onto that new location, and import it from there. It's a hassle. I don't want to deal with it. It's made to be simple, not simple with options to be powerful, not like every good system should be, honestly. You don't have every configuration option thrown at you. You just have simple options with option to make them more complex. But again, then that complexity is time consuming. Now, let's run our command. This is gonna be epically horrible, I guess. Sudo rpm os3 rebase, and I'm gonna again grab a command from UBlue guys because they know this better than I do. os3 unverified registry colon ghcr.io/bigpod98 slash I guess the name of the image. Yeah, and for those who join us late, that's a OCI compliant image. That's not actually a image that is like specific to rpm-ostree. It's an OCI compliant image, aka image for a Docker, Podman, Containerd. Now we press enter and hope everything works great. Mental. Not fair. I have to set it to public, I guess. Yep, I have to set it to public. Package settings. Change visibility. Public. Password goes there. Or not password, the name of the repo. And there we go. There we go. There we go. All I now need to do is re-execute this command. It's doing something. Well, Kdenlive. That's one of the bad things about Kdenlive. For example, one of the big problems I had in past with it, how late it got all of its more industry grade features. It was an okay editor for videos when I had just one video to edit. You have multicam, or whatever you call it, multiple. So basically, multiple viewing angles for cameras, and you were stuck doing it the manual way, while every other enterprise grade video editors had multicam support, where you essentially click the cameras where you want, whenever you want the right camera to show. So that's the ease of use versus cutting everything every bit by bit by bit. If you want 10-second cuts, this again, this is very important because in video industry there is a rule that no scene can be longer than 10 seconds. Otherwise you lose focus, and you will see them cut by this 10-second rule. Whether it be switching to something like, I don't know, B-roll, or to another angle of the face, something like that. I don't have that capability here yet, but I do plan to have two cameras in the future, one here and one here. So gonna be able to see my majestically horrible face from two angles. It's gonna be absolutely horrible. Meanwhile, in the Fedora Silverblue land, it's fetching layers, all the 30 layers or whatever it is. So if you have any questions, comments, observations, please let me know. And you don't actually need multiple cameras. The kind of thing you only need to do is have multiple scenes, multiple things you might want to layer, switch between. What the hell? Don't tell me. DF. Okay. I thought I might have run out of storage, but I didn't. Or did I? No, I did. 65 layers needed. Quite a while. Honestly, quite a while before I get a better lighting. That's not really on the priority list. Okay, so it doesn't want to do that. So we're gonna do a trick here. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna do a Podman poll and see if Podman does anything different with it. When I do go for any kind of lighting, I'm probably gonna go for something a bit more proper. Something that won't just burn out quickly, or it will do a proper job of doing it, but that's not gonna happen for a while. Now, if this pulls, I know there's something wrong with that. But at least we're gonna see how big our image is. We know it's a crap ton of layers. I'm probably gonna buy something like Elgato key lights or something like that. Uh, Thank you everybody for liking. And if you haven't yet, consider clicking the like button down below. We're currently at 6 likes. Let's try to get to 7. It's a 6, almost 7 GB image. I don't really care about that. As long as it works from my phone, I don't care. Honestly. Ooh, thank you for the 7th like. Now let's try to get to 8. Or maybe 10. Every like helps, and thank you for every like. It's good for engagement and good for my morale. Now let's see why this 7 GB image doesn't doesn't deploy. Probably because of its size or because of its enormous amount of layers. Let's try this. Let's see if I can put it into a single layer. Squash. Squash all. That's all we need. Squash all. So let's do a bit of there. While we won't be doing that, while we won't be pushing again because this video is going on for an hour and a half, and I see we ain't getting anywhere close to finished. But I think that the gist of the stream, I think you get. We're gonna build this image. We're gonna see how well it runs, or not how well it runs, but just we're gonna see it, and probably say goodbye for today. All I'm gonna try right now is do this again. Maybe it will work better. It goes for to check out the layer that open dear local. There might be a bug here, or my system might be broken. Huh. I'm gonna debug this later on, probably after the stream, when I can push and pull with all my hard light without making sure you don't see my password and stuff like that. But we'll see. Such menial work is better done when I'm not sleepy, like I am right now. Streaming always makes me sleepy for some reason. Okay, now it's doing the commit stuff, and it's actually right now squashing the image into a single layer. And now that we're talking about layers, next week I thought we could look into again out of containerization deep dive topics, union file systems. That's all I know about them. Union file systems. Really, that's all I know. nothing else. Now it's copying the blob, which is it is how it will get that single layer, I think, but single layer would be a single layer. And there should be a single layer now. Okay. And there it is. So unless we continue with this Fedora Silverblue story, we will be taking a look at Union file systems next week on my next stream. Thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and all the YouTuber stuff, and I'll see you next time. Before I go, for everybody, so you know, yeah, next week on the next stream, or next week's stream, let's be more specific, because I might stream about Fedora Silverblue tomorrow. We'll see, or meet next week, but in the standard slot, Saturday, Sunday's time, we might go and look at Union file systems, which is what apparently, as far as I read, and I read just a very quick abstract, is what is used to do the unioning of the layers. Apparently, we're gonna see how that works, and maybe make our own package of make our own set of layers. We can then union and make a single union, single file system using Union FS or whatever the newer version is. I think one of them is called AUFS and another one is called Overlay FS. We'll see that next time. So once again, thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. End stream.